$100 million turns to dust and ashes. Charles urges Harry cut ties with Netflix if want to return royal. Harry and Meghan Markle have been urged to ditch their Netflix deal as the release date for the latest series of The Crown has been announced. Royal author Robert Jobson insisted that many people believe the controversial royal drama is fact. Mr. Jobson warned that the fifth series of The Crown will cause untold damage to the new king and queen consort. The royal expert urged the Duke of Sussex to show some loyalty to your country, tweeting, "How can Harry and Meghan carry on with this Netflix deal? There are many who believe this fiction is fact. It will cause untold damage to our king and queen consort around the world early in his reign. Are H&M really that hard up? Come of age, show some loyalty to your country." Mr. Jobson's comments come as it was announced yesterday that the fifth series of The Crown will launch on November 9. The royal drama has previously sparked controversy with calls for the streaming giant to add a disclaimer to the beginning of episodes making clear it is a work of fiction. The latest series will focus on the breakdown of Charles's marriage to Princess Diana. The Crown has traditionally launched in November, and the upcoming series will see Dominic West star as Charles and Elizabeth Debicki as Diana. Mr. West takes over the role of Charles from Josh O'Connor, while Ms. Debicki replaces Emma Corrin. The Crown was due to end after the fifth series, but the show's creator and writer Peter Morgan later said it will be extended to include one more. Filming on the sixth series of The Crown was halted following the death of the late Queen and was also suspended on the day of the funeral. The Sussexes signed their lucrative deal with Netflix in 2020 after quitting royal duties for a new life in the US. But they have not yet released any content on the streaming giant. With Prince Harry and Meghan Markle no longer classified as working members of the royal family, the argument for his or her Royal Highness attributions for Archie and Lilibet is moot. However, the use of prince and princess is very much up in the air, titles that should be automatically bestowed upon the grandchildren of the current reigning monarch, according to royal expert Duncan Larkham. It's the official rubber stamp that matters, and if the king is objecting to them using their titles as prince and princess, then he can only be doing that really to punish Harry and Meghan. Larkham, who finds it peculiar that a formal announcement has yet to be made by the king or Buckingham Palace, says that a decision could come any day now, likely this week. However, what is happening in the interim is essentially a messy and potentially strategic game of chess. Whoever moves first will force their opponent, a family member, to either acquiesce or up the ante. I think possibly what we're seeing from the palace, and I'm not saying this is their new strategy yet, but it's beginning to look like a strategy. King Charles declares his love, reaffirms his love for Harry and mentions Meghan by name in his first ever speech, a huge olive branch. William then reaches out to his brother, and lo and behold, the Fab Four are reunited, albeit temporarily in grief. But it certainly feels in this country now that Harry and Meghan presumably are returning home, it feels as though everything really hinges on their next move. The ball is in their court. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex, who have not been photographed since the Queen's funeral almost 1 week ago, have multiple projects, including Meghan's podcast, which she postponed due to the Queen's death, and Harry's tell-all book, that jeopardize the future relationship they have with the monarchy.
You.